Hi, Sean. A little recap of what we talked about. Sorry for the delay. I'm finally getting my computer stuff back and running. Hopefully, it was making sense, and I'll try to go through the couple things in the setup that I felt had the direct influence on what was going on with your club and your backswing that I think was been preventing you from trying to get into a more powerful, better position coming into the ball. And I think by showing you this, I'm not showing you anything that you might not already have seen or pictured before. Maybe just look at the good things and say, okay, I have pretty good pivot, that's turning into your right side, but we know we release it early, and it sounds like you've been doing all kinds of things to work on that. The only thing, it doesn't even show up here. It's really hard to even show up on the side view, that idea of the forearms. The more your hand, the forearms get uneven, like it doesn't show up as much, but it's like saying you're open with your forearms. Feet are here, shoulders are here, and the way you have it in your grip, it's like the right forearm gets up over the top of the left. So just try to find a way of letting those arms naturally hang from your shoulders and put it in your fingers and try to get them a little square, more even, like the right forearm closer to your body, the left would feel farther away. Then I really feel like you're out over the ball a little too much. That like your balance, your weight is out over your toes, which then would make you want to feel like to stay on balance, you take the club around your body. Look for your lower body, your lower leg to go more straight up, then get the behind up and out, and then lean forward. So you could have a little bit of a flatter spine on the upper half, but just don't squat or kneel into it as much. The only one, hate looking at other players. I feel it's more about finding what's good for you, but this is like up, and back, and then leaning forward. You're like bringing your hips and your knees and your thighs into the ball or towards the ball, let's say. So let's watch that. And then I guess it would be like engaging your core too, like you're pulling your core away from your hands. That can help when you go back, not get back in there as much. Like the arms want to rotate. So we did the split grip drill. I think I can find that. But see how his right arm is straighter and his right elbow away from his body? So he's reaching his hands, arms, and club away from his chest. So then, however you want to look at club behind your chest, behind your body, the shaft is off plane. His wrist can set up, and again, the grip that I was trying to get you to have in the fingers makes it easier for the wrist hinge to get it up. And then from there, you don't have to readjust. It's like your hands and club get behind you. And I feel like, oops, so if we were, I don't want that. Doesn't change a lot, but I was looking at that position, and when you wrap it around you, kind of bring that left forearm up. It almost kind of flattens out your shoulder turn a little bit too. So when you're setting the club up, I would want, and you have a little different knee bend and set because you're bending more from the hips, I would look for a greater pitch here as a result. You're out of position with that club. You have to recover from it, so your hands throw it down in there. See how far your right elbow is behind your back? You have to throw your hands out to get to it. So by having a little different setup, less kneeling, your club would hopefully end up here. Your left shoulder points a little lower. Then I feel like you can drop it down into the slot. See how his right elbow is like more in front of his body? Your right elbow is behind your back. And you have to throw it out to get back to the ball. His right elbow is more towards his belly button because it's a little better spot on top. So I know at the end there we were doing some of that pump drill stuff, but I feel like I'd like you to just try to get back to something like that. I feel like that'd be a better spot. There's that one of the first ones. You're going that way. Now I feel like you would have a better chance of having that club more on the other side of your hands. So that's a little bit better. At least here you can see that more steep because of the difference in the setup. And then we gradually try to get the club more there. Then you could just drop it down a lot better. Let's see here. I know I use the grip of the club as pointing down as one of my checks. But that spot right there, see how much easier it would be to get up in front of your body, up in that position of the pump drill position. So, I wish I didn't say too much about that at the end, just because the couple things in the setup, I know it was hard to get to, wasn't totally comfortable, but that's the main thing right there. Pump drill doesn't matter if you're getting it too much like that, and then the club keeps getting behind your back, the elbows behind your chest, however you want to look at it. We got to get more here with that, a little more steeper pitch, and then you can get up to the ball. There's the one I was saying that to me just getting tight at some of those. You never release the club, and that's nice. Sometimes you start thinking and finding a different spot. We get tight with it. You just got to let it swing through. Let those wrists work. Look at his toe of the club face. The toe is up. You held on to it. You never let it swing through and release the toe up. And I don't know if it's because it felt so different. It made you a little bit tight, but just try to watch the tension, the downswing. That's about it. Love to see you get more of that setup. Almost and no kneeling. Then with that pitch, the club can go straighter back, swing up over your shoulder more instead of behind your back. To me, his elbow is more to his midsection. Then he can come back down, get in front of him, and hold the angle longer to release out. All right, hopefully you've been able to do some practicing when you're traveling, even if it's just a little bit better, a little bit different in the setup and backswing. We have something more to work with next time. Take care.